All right, welcome everybody to the all new 15-minute program design review. The reason that we're doing it in a more concise, quick manner is just because we want more people to watch it. And if most people won't watch it because it's too long, we want to keep it short. So here's what's going to happen. Again, I like to kick off everything with reminding people of what the different highlights mean. The yellow highlighted box below the exercise is to give you a purpose at each station. If we have an orange highlight, it means you may want to consider whether or not this is the exercise, maybe based on location or equipment or whatever it may not be. The green highlights tell you where you might want to start first. According to our extraordinary coaching checklist, it's the most awkward station that you start at. So we highlight those in green. The things in red are kind of entertaining things that you might say or songs that we might play. So this week is the Phoenix AMRAP. Okay, so that is where we start off with a good cardio Tabata 4 times around, and then we finish with a strength AMRAP. So I put in the warm-up box this week in our Trail of the Phoenix. We went to JC's location, and JC did a fantastic warm-up. And so I am going to send this recording to him and challenge him to record that warm up for us, because he does journey jacks and brings people into a huddle, and it was really cool. So they kind of spell out journey at the end of their jumping jacks. The plyo box step ups, step jumps, you're just alternating your steps there and going as fast as you can. So of course your purpose is to challenge pace over there. You can challenge your space if you're in Sarah. Dumbbell thrusters. This is where you're not only pressing with your shoulders, but pressing with your legs because you have a heavy weight. So, of course, the goal there is to challenge the weight. And you guys know that with these, the options for modifications are on the right. So we won't spend a lot of time on those in this quick overview because, if somebody shouldn't press heavy weights overhead, then they're probably doing curls. This vert ball rotational slams with sprint, not conducive to a small location like Sarah. So that's why I said, consider an alternative slam if space suggests, because, even in corny, they got at least a little bit of a distance to run. For me, I think that what we would probably do is like a slam to the floor, slam to the wall, like what we've done in the past, having that double slam versus the slam sprint, come back and do it again. Not to mention, I get a lot of sprints going on here in 20 seconds, right? So, that's just why I highlighted that orange. The ladder 2 out. 1 in is something that I highlighted in green because this is a little bit of a coordination exercise. That's why it's called the agility ladder. We are working on agility drills, and there's always a little bit of a dance step with it. So I put there challenging the pace, of course. Add the football. I always like to do that at the ladders. I'm tossing people the football, and I even got a light up football that I got to blow up. It's going to go well with our finisher lights, but right there, when you're challenging the pace, tossing the football, everybody knows when they get the football, it's a burpee, right? So they just kind of have fun with that. They smile. Oh no, I even get people that you wouldn't think participating. The 180 jump squat. All right. So I have shuffled to the top of the list. I have shuffled things like I Like to Move It would be a warm-up song. So of course, in order, first becomes our little brick house. Oh, it's not playing. So the reason, yeah, right, you get that little spin move, sometimes a journey, it's a bit of a dance class, right? So I just put that down because it's kind of a fun little, you touch the ground, you spin around, maybe shake your booty a little bit, which goes with the good booty finisher that we have going on this week. Rollout. If I feel that there's a song that you're going to want to be to a specific spot on that song, I'm going to put down there the seconds that you're going to want to advance to. So that's why it says 15S next to it. And so, like, for example, with this one. Right. That's funny. One time I got crickets when I said, everybody say roll out. And then I was like, oh, not one person? I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, well, this time I'm using a song then. At least the song will participate with me. But with that one, you want to teach hand position on this. You want to make sure that the hands are at the beginning of the ball, not on top of the ball, because people roll out and they wind up resting on the ball. No butts left behind. This is where you're supposed to take your hips with you when you go. There's your purpose at that station. Then we got the kettlebell sumo deadlift as we get into the AMRAP, the high plank with shin taps, the stability ball incline press. So I created a row here where, form for squat. Obviously, you're helping them keep their back straight. We got core engagement on exercise number 2. And we're spotting on the incline press and challenging the weight, spotting them at their forearms, making sure that they're choosing a heavy weight. The sumo song found on it if you are engaging in our playlist there. We got the this is Yokozuna. This is Yokozuna, the sumo wrestler, his song. If you watch those types of things that Yokozuna can be found in. And then you have the super band bent over rows for your second AMRAP station, reverse crunch, the plyo box Bulgarian split squat. And so, with that one, your purpose is to make sure they're getting that good squeeze in their shoulder blades. And your other purpose as a coach with that super band bent over row is to make sure you're monitoring spine alignment, right? You want their chest up, shoulders back, and having good form, no rounded spines, protect those backs. Give a target for the feet on the reverse crunch. You find that people get a little bit more core work when you don't let them, drag those feet too low. And then the torso upright, if you can look up, then you can stay up, is what that says right there for the Bulgarian split squat. It's even an opportunity if you have some people that can hold weight while they do it. Tell them not to spill their goblet and have them hold a dumbbell or a kettlebell right there as they do it in the goblet fashion. This one's highlighted in green because I believe that we're going to do a little teaching on the dumbbell double open hand front raise and the TRX suspended pull up. Also, kind of challenging people to one, make sure that they have straps that are the right height for them. For our taller people, sometimes you have to toss them one time over the bar to make sure that they can have a good suspended pull up. And then for other people, may have to adjust them depending on the height. So with that, we are going to spot the TRX, encouraging a challenging resistance. For a side plank, the coaching cue is always shoulders stacked. Okay. And this little thing where you're squeezing your chest muscles and you're raising up with your palms facing in, it seems to me to be a good opportunity for the pink song. 38 seconds. A little bit of a raise your glass exercise, so just kind of threw that in there in case, whoa, hey, look at that. There's a little kid yelling at me. All right, so the finisher is the Everest Challenge. A couple great songs for that finisher are Over the Mountain by Ozzy Osbourne, or Mount Everest, but there is a disclaimer there. It does swear the Mount Everest one. So I guess you have to know your audience and know if a good curse word helps them or hurts them. Really depends. Cindy says, you want to know what category I fall in? So burpees for reps, you guys know how it is. You get to the top and then you're back down the mountain. Like I say, they explain that in the video. I'm going over here to the Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday. Kristen does such a good job. Her and I did the Move It warm up this week together, and shout out to her. She's really good at choreographing that. And oh my God, everybody's laughing because when we were done with that warm up, I had to tell everybody my favorite part is where we're backing it up, and you're kind of shaking your butt around because it's back it up a bunch of times, and people were laughing, and they gave Kristen an applause for leading it. So you get people starting right out of the gate having a good time. It's important. So good thing to revisit if you're not currently visiting it. The dumbbell stability ball around the world. Why is probably what I would want to be coaching with this one, especially in my demos. And so core activation, when you're in that tabletop position of hips up, shoulder mobility, right? Everybody needs good shoulder mobility, and this is going to help with that. So definitely give the why, and then you can come along and you can spot by making sure their hips are up. The kettlebell offset front load carry that of course, always, every time we get that little strut going on, that's where I like to,
I am too sexy for my love. Too sexy for my love.
And so
I am too sexy for my
modeling our summer line of kettlebells over here is Cindy Barnes, and I play like the catwalk song, and she's on the catwalk, and people have a good time, right? You better believe it. And so with the vert ball, wall ball, this is where you're really going to go balls to the wall, and you're going to challenge pace. And the wall ball video wasn't in there as of last night. I know Jeremy said in his instructions that he was going to put out that, but if it's the wall ball one that I'm thinking of without his video, it's, you're going to be tossing that ball to the wall, and you drop down each time, like you're kind of catching it as a squat, and you come back up. So that's why I also put on there range of motion is what that is. And your balls to the wall song is on there. That one, I gotta get the second sound last there. Doesn't take too long to get into it, but there you Okay, so it turned out to be 124. We'll throw that on there for you. But if you wanted to challenge everybody to go balls to the wall, which, by the way, is not a crude phrase. That was a expression used by pilots that were actually going to drop the throttle of the plane and pick up the pace. So, I don't know what it means to some people, but that is where the expression.
They just need to get their head out of the gutter.
Yeah, that's right. Get your head out of the gutter. Get your mind right, as Todd Durkin would say. All right. Plyo box, eccentric leg step down. I did want to take a minute and kind of teach on this one. Mike Boyle at a Perform Better conference gave a really great tip on this particular exercise, because essentially it's like a single leg squat, right? You want people to not be pushing forward on their knee. And how would you accomplish that? We're going to just demonstrate really quick since we have a plyo box out there. But one of the correctives, we're talking light dumbbell, but a corrective, got the plyo box here. You guys can see me. All right, cool. Correctives for helping people get back on their heels is to either elevate their heels with an orange pylon or to give a counterbalance for a weight, right? Just like that. If I give a counterbalance, I'm back on my heels. In this particular exercise, the same thing can happen here. If I give them weights, I'm going to help them to sit back more. And then that way they're not doing this, right? Pushing that knee out. They're sitting back. Whoa, keep your balance. There we go.
You want to phone a friend?
I need a phone.
You want my hands up on your hips?
But that's
Sorry.
what I meant by providing that counterbalance.
It's a song too.
So you may want to consider that. It will help them to do the exercise better. Let's see here. Boom, back to the kids yelling at us again. He's back over here. Random things. We can quiz people to see if they watch the video. What random slide did you see in the video? They'll be like, I saw a kid yelling at me. Okay, you watch it. Okay.
Whoa.
All right. So she's reeling me in. All right, the dumbbell plank to push up, dumbbell drag. Okay. It could be a sandbag drag, whatever. But the important part is that your purpose here is to square the hips, right? Because it's not as much about the push-up as it is about the core, because a push-up is a dynamic plank. And then we're challenging them that as they reach across their body, not to rotate as they pull that across. So it can be done from the knees, on the toes, whatever's right for them. Then the dumbbell, stability ball, iso hold, single arm, shoulder press. So they're holding one arm up, and that is giving them more core activation. Your cue is to keep that core tight, pulling that belly button into the spine. This next one's highlighted in green because you're not only doing a clean, you're also doing a side lunge. And so this is one of those movements, kind of like the one where we had last week, where you get down and then you rotate 180 degrees after you've been in kind of like that lunge position, and you do that press, and it takes people a second to coordinate the movement. So you're definitely going to want to coach the technique. And as always, you know, when coaching technique, we talk about the side lunge, both feet pointing the same direction and things such as that, you know, sitting back, feeling your weight on your heel. Pace is the next one because it is a vert ball side shuffle to rotational slam. All right. So with a side shuffle, we're going to tell them to hustle that muscle, right? And then that comes with Rick Ross every day. There's your entertainment factor on that. And then plyo boxes, squat thrust to a step over. This is a challenging pace with an opportunity. This should probably say to upgrade or level up, but either way, I will show you something that I really got some heart rates going on too long ago. Probably better. So, but it's the great, you know, all right, right now, I think what we're doing is we just squat, thrust it back, and then we step it up, right? Okay, so we're squat, thrust it back, but with this one, you can also challenge people, get that push up, get that plyo box, get that push up back and forth like so. And those people that I can challenge in that way, they were digging it. They were
You
getting
did too, Janice. I read your lips.
they were getting in the red zone. They were having a good time. And that's what it's all about.
No, I tried it the other day to do a double, like a jump up, but
Oh, you just gotta get a smaller box, honey.
no, that's right. You're right. I could jump up.
Right, you can do it.
You can't until you can.
It's not about the size of the box. It's about the size of the fight and the person jumping on the box, right? No, I'm just. All right. So then your final one, the dumbbell single leg deadlift with row. Shout out to my man, Andy Wales. You know, I like it when he plays this and he's gotten and he says that's single legs. Sounds like single legs to me, you know, so.
No, if anybody laughs at that.
And now your final, your finisher is actually a booty finisher this week. So I wanted to bring your attention to this video that I.
And please make some noise for my friend and yours, Mr. Bubba Sparks.
Here's Bubba Sparks, comes aboard.
Let me ask you something, ladies. You want a little more frosting on your cakes? Feel a little lacking in your packing sometimes? Do you want people to stop you on the street and ask you if you're wearing cantaloupes in your jeans? Yeah, well, if you do, look no further, because Bubba Sparks has got the answer.
Miss New Booty is the product for you. It'll take you from ordinary to extraordinary
Oh, boy.
instantaneously.
Are you ready to get it right? And are you ready to get it right? And
Bubba Sparks.
booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
I thought that video was funny when I looked it up, so I had to share it today. That may not be everybody's cup of tea, but it made me laugh. And so Miss New Booty is on there. It doesn't go through. all that.
Bubba
It
Sparks.
just starts right there. And that is because you have this week quite the booty finisher, right? This is a booty finisher where, excuse me, let me get over to the booty. So you have the 3 pulsing and then you're switching the lunges so that the lunge is the #1 glute trainer in case you needed that factoid in your toolbox. And then, you know, you have that reverse crossover lunge jump, which if the lunge itself wasn't the #1 glute trainer, you certainly get more hip and glute when you're doing the crossover. And then you have your 1.5 jump squat. So this is a true booty finisher. And so Miss New Booty seemed like a great song to go with a booty finisher. And that is our closest I could get to a 15-minute program design review.
You did a great job, Travis. Thank you
Alright.
for that.
Something that hopefully everybody will watch and be able to enjoy.